Hey guys, it's Ash here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 weirdest ways people have died in anime. Number 10. Caller disconnected. Future diary. Good news, Yukiteru can tell the future. Bad news, if his prophesying cell phone is destroyed, he goes down with it. Luckily for him, the same is true for all of his enemies. So when Yukiteru comes face to face with the killer Takao, he aims for the phone screen instead of the throat. Somehow, the cracked cell causes a massive hole in Takao's midsection, but that's the very least of problems, since he then immediately twists out of reality itself. Ironically, by the time all is said and done, the broken phone is the only thing left of him. The strangest part about this whole thing is that it comes in just the first episode. Number 9. A real heartbreaker. The misfit of Demon King Academy. It is no hyperbole to say Anos' victory was as easy as the snap of his fingers. After infusing magic to Zephyr's heartbeat, the Demon King could rupture his enemy without even taking a single step. But as if bursting a foe from the inside out isn't bad enough, one death doesn't satisfy Anos either. Instead, he continually revives Zephyr for the sole reason of killing him all over again. So in the end, the entirety of Anos' entrance exam goes like this: snap, boom, revive, and repeat. It goes on for so long that even the snobbish royal admits his pride isn't worth so many dishonorable deaths. Number 8. Cloudy with a chance of frogs. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean. The forecast called for some light showers, but it's safe to say the specifics weren't on anyone's radar. It's all thanks to weather reports, the character, not the news kind. In order to save Jolene, the amnesiac decided to bring out the big guns. No, he didn't throw a projectile or race to the scene with a new technique. Instead, he made it rain frogs. Specifically, poisonous frogs. Sure, it still got the job done, but if he wanted to poison Jolene's assailants, making it rain amphibians feels like a very roundabout way to do it. It certainly comes with a lot more cleanup, that's for sure. Number 7. Pied. Dorohedoro. Apparently, the recipe for a crowd-pleasing death is water, flour, and a heaping dose of magic. Pop it in the oven for a bit and voila! You have a perfectly baked meat pie made up of your enemy. Is it in bad taste to ask what flavor they are? Look, Dorohedoro already has a pretty bonkers magic system, but there's just a different level of odd to seeing a criminal fold into a pastry. Either way, it really makes you wonder what other ingredients go into Fukuyama's pies. Hopefully there's a vegetarian option, since despite all the sugar, the resulting dessert probably doesn't taste all that sweet. Number 6. Chandelier Crash. Higurashi When They Cry, Go. Amid all the murder, tortures, and explosions, the craziest death in all of Higurashi comes from a falling light fixture. Clearly, Sadako wasn't content using your classic butcher knife. so she went full mad scientist and rigged a convoluted trap to crush both her and Rika at the same time. Then, once they were in position, all it took was a snap for both of them to meet a swift end via chandelier.
それではごきげんよう。裏切り者のリカ。
It's far from the cleanest way a character has died in Higurashi, but it's certainly one of the most dramatic. So even in a series with more than its fair share of bloodshed, Sadako still gets some serious points for creativity. Number 5. Slip and Slide. Death Parade. It's no surprise that a show with the word death in its name has a pretty high body count. Most of it is no laughing matter though. There's saucy affairs, tragic murders, star-crossed lovers, and then there's Mayu, who died by slipping in the shower. We aren't kidding. It sounds like a bad folktale, but unfortunately for Mayu, the results are all too real.
思い出したか？マヨは死んでるって話なんだが。
It's not like she was singing or dancing either. In fact, she hadn't even started the shower at all. So not only did Mayu die from a misplaced bar of soap, but she had to enter the afterlife both embarrassed and kinda smelly. Number 4. Shock to the Heart. Zombieland Saga. To put it lightly, Lily had a very rough last day on Earth. The arguments with her father and demands of her acting career wore her down both emotionally and physically, but the last straw came when she realized she'd hit puberty.
昨日のお弁当のひじき？
With one lone hair on her cheek, Lily's life was turned upside down. So with nowhere left to turn, the shock of it all was enough to make her heart beat for the last time. It's hard to say what's more to blame, the years of pent-up aggression or the pesky peach fuzz. Either way, finding an answer might just be splitting hairs. Number 3. Can't believe it's not butter. Danganronpa, the animation. The word execution sounds pretty gruesome. Add in the fact that Mondo was accused of murder, and it's clear his death isn't gonna be pretty. But he can take solace that, at the very least, his final minutes were very, very memorable. It starts out normal enough with him being set loose on a wild motorcycle, except the ride is so dizzying, it liquefies him into actual butter.
塩、優しく洗え。そしてあなたの魂に安らぎをあれ。
It even comes with its own packaging. So why didn't they just kill him normally? Why does he become butter? Does anyone have to eat him? No one besides Monokuma knows, and honestly, that's probably for the best.
ここでも人の命はとてつもなく軽い。頭がどうにかなってしまいそうなほど軽い。
Number 2. Killer Anticipation. KonoSuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world. Shoving a girl out of the way of a speeding vehicle is as heroic a death as it gets.
なんでこんな時に限って俺柄にもないこと。
Unfortunately, despite Kazuma's best intentions, that's not how he went out. Since the so-called speeding vehicle was actually just a slow tractor, the only thing that killed him was his own anticipation.
俺の死因はトラクターに耕されたってこと？
いいえ、ショック死ですけど、トラックにひかれたと勘違いして。
ショック死！
So really, he died for nothing, and if anything, his valiant last act actually caused more harm than it avoided. Had he stayed out of it, Kazuma could have kept both his life and his dignity.
現在あなたの家族が病院に駆けつけ、その死因に家族さえも思わず吹き出し。
Instead, this might be the only death in all of anime that comes solely from the fear of dying. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Snailification. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. At this point, it's pretty clear that Weather is the one putting the bizarre in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
どうなってんだ
これてめえの仕業なのかウェザー一体何してやがんだ
Somehow he found a way to kill people that's even stranger than a torrential downpour of frogs. No amphibians were harmed this time around, but that's only because weather cut out the middleman and directly made everyone snails. And since mollusks aren't exactly known for being quick, they're pretty much immediately marked for death. But just to make sure, there's a whole swarm of beetles ready to eat them for dinner.
ウェザーが何をすればカタツムリ化するのかはさっぱりわからないけどどうやら現象の終焉は見えてきた
So even if the citizens' minds survived the transformation, their bodies wouldn't be long for this world. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.